Welcome everybody. I'm over at the Burke property. Hi, welcome everybody. I'm over at the other property. I have some grass that needs to get cut, and I have a couple of blueberry bushes. I think they're pink lemonade bushes I'm going to put. If you remember, there's a couple of holes where I couldn't plant trees because it only had a foot of soil. So I've left those exposed, and that's where I'll plant. I also have a mixture of different flower seeds, clover, and perennials and annuals that I'm going to put around as well. I'm going to show you, this is the mower I use for over at this property because it has that closed chute. If I had, my other mower does have attachments like a bag and all that, but it's pretty cumbersome. So just want to kind of show you how the grass looks before I cut. Then you'll see how having one of these edges like this is going to be kind of a pain to mow. And I expect to be chopping up some wood chips on the edge, and that's fine because it won't be shooting across anywhere to hit anybody or hit a house or any of that. So, and now that it's rained, it's been about 10 days since we mulched this. So you can see some of the exposed cardboard and other places where it would be a good idea just to thicken up. But you can see here some of, I don't know if you can, there you go. You can see some of the clover is starting to pop up, which is really cool. But yeah, I'm going to get to cutting all this, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards, and I'll get to planting those bushes. And here is what it looks like now. See, the edge held up pretty well. Gonna have to intentionally cut into the wood chips to get the stuff that's right on the edge. And you can see some of it is still a little bit long, especially on the left side. There's plantain and stuff like that grow there. And I'm not too critical with how sharp of an edge, but if you kind of bunt really close to the wood chips, if you end up coming back just a little bit off of it, it'll kind of make more of a sharp edge. And it's kind of nice too, the way I mowed it kind of mimics what I think the pathway will end up being, so you can kind of see the tracks of the lawnmower here where it comes around. That's a pretty good idea of how that edge is going to be, and that's where I'll actually have wood chips. So it'll mimic this edge, and that edge will be mimicked over here, but you can kind of get an idea of how that pathway is going to go. And another good thing is I got the center bit mowed. I don't like to use that other mower because it shoots grass all over. Another change of plans. I thought I was going to have 2 of these berry bushes, or pink lemonade, blueberry bushes coming, but I actually got 2 packs of 3. So I'm going to have to, I'll still plant one in there and one in there. I don't know, I might do 2 in each one. Yeah, I don't know. Probably just 1 in each one. But I'm also going to plant a couple of these garlic bulbs. There's 2 different kinds. We'll plant a couple of those next to it, whatever. And then in the back, since most of that stuff is grown up, see, everything is grown up. See, that's a raspberry there. That's a whole field of asparagus. And there's that thistle interspersed. But there's the onions. You can see the banana in the back. This is all thistle too. Doing that great work of doing photosynthesis. None of it's too tall. I'm just gonna, here's an elderberry. You can see it's actually planted here, and that one arm, branch, whatever, come over here. So that's working perfectly. But one of the things I was worried about, there's a couple more plants there. What I was worried about is, after I planted it, I wouldn't know where I'd planted stuff. I didn't want to squish anything that was growing, but everything has popped up where it's going to pop up, and I've added a lot. This is a lot thicker than it was before. Same with over here. So there's an elderberry here that, yeah, you see that center? That elderberry may come back. But you can tell there's nothing else around here really doing photosynthesis. There's some grapes that are planted way in the corner probably. There's one thistle. But that one has not made it so far. And these are the blackberry bushes. There's two there, and there's two here. But no, I'll grab a couple of these raspberries. I'll just plant two here and two over here, because all that wood chips is a lot deeper now, so it's wet down at the soil. Yeah, you can see it's much better than it was. And there we're at soil right there. So that's what I'll do with those. So I'll get 6 of those planted, and I got about 12 garlic cloves that I'll plant kind of randomly. This and kind of helps that I'm in the shade, kind of. So anyways, that's just one of the plants. It was held together by a rubber band, which I didn't know. So when I pulled it out of the thing, it kind of snapped. So we'll see if that's going to be okay. But what I've been doing is I have one of these cloves, and I'm just going to randomly plant them around. I'll bury them. They'll all be under soil. One thing is to grow garlic, of course. Increase stuff that's growing around for photosynthesis, and then this garlic will hopefully ward off pests, squirrels, and whatnot that are coming around so they don't eat my baby berries next year. So we'll see. So I'll do the same thing over there that I'm doing here, and then I'll get this all, you can see the soil level right here, so it's still a couple inches. So put all this in soil, and then when I put the wood chips down, it'll still be a bit of a depression, because this wood chips are crazy thick here. So I'll put it back to about 4 to 6 inches in depth. I've decided that whenever I plant anything and there's exposed dirt, I'll take some of this flower mix. A lot of those are white clover, and then everything else is, I threw a couple of birch tree seeds in there. But I've also used different wildflower mixes. There's like a monarch mix and a drought mix, whatever. I'm just gonna spread around some of the seeds. That way they'll be, it'll be a higher chance that they flower up. But what I really want is, I want to have, patches of life instead of just one lonely little blueberry tree. A lot of those are right on the soil, so in the spring they'll sprout up a lot easier. Like I said, it's just a mix. I'll go through it pretty quick, but I have, more packets. This is what the 2 holes look like now. I've got that mix sprinkled all around in it. And then here's the second one. This is the first one I started off with. Now I'm going to move to the back, plant these 3, and then the one left over. Then I'll plant some of these garlic tubes that are in that bag as well. And then probably for those, where I'm going to plant them, I should be able to actually dig them up, next year and eat them. Where the ones that are right next to the bushes, I wouldn't want to touch to disturb the roots. But these ones I should be able to carve up and eat. But anyways, it'll be filling those spots where things aren't planted. So I wanted to show you that they're kind of in plug form, so there's a wrap around here. So I'm just putting this in, just one, and then I'm just pulling it over, and then I'll slide that in behind it, and then just cover it up. And then afterwards, I've just been grabbing a bit of the garlic and kind of just sticking it down deep in there. It'll have all winter to kind of make its way down and root and all that. Kind of a bummer, I guess. I don't know if you can see the ants all over that, but I didn't get bit or anything, but yeah, I stumbled onto something here. Maybe that's a good sign. So there are the 2 Crimson Midnight blueberries. I think that's what they're called. I'll have to take a look at the other tag, but there's the one, and there's another one. So I got all the seeds sprinkled around in there, and then I put in a handful of garlic bits, or whatever you want to call them. 2 more right in front of you. And then if you look right there, those 2 right there. And I did the same thing, and I ended up spreading the rest of those seeds, that whole Tupperware thing, this whole area. Let me see what these are called. Yep. Crimson. Let me see if I can get my camera to do this. Crimson Night Raspberry. So I do have some pink lemonade coming. Some of the pink lemonade one's coming, but just not yet. Trying to see if I'm all dirty or not. Oh, good. Alright, well that's it for today. And hopefully the next little bit we'll extend that pathway in the back. And whatever plants end up coming, it's kind of weird going through Stark. I suppose it's the same with every other nursery, that they have changes and plans, and you know, things were supposed to come in the fall end up coming in the spring and vice versa. So I think that's what happened. But to get 2 3-packs, they're like $35 each. That's an amazing deal. So there'll be so many more berry plants on my property, and they'll fill in this area here. You can see the banana's doing well. See how it does in the winter. But yeah, that'll definitely fill in everything. And I end up putting garlic kind of randomly too. And I still have a whole bag left, so I guess I'll put some of that at my house. Well, and as always, thanks for watching. If you haven't done so yet, hit the subscribe button so I can get my numbers up. I think currently right now I have 19 subscribers, which isn't really what it's about, but if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, it helps have the channel grow, and shows me that the videos I'm making are valued for whoever's watching them. So, and if not, I'm just really trying to get a video journal of how these properties change and how things grow, and I'm really just trying to be more self-sufficient. And I know if I don't record it, or at least take pictures of it, I'll forget some of these details, like whatever that raspberry thing is called. So I always look back at an old video and go, okay, yeah, it's called Crimson Night. Okay, all right. So anyways, thanks for watching. Bye bye.